There's a club we're not in. It's a joke, we never win. Both sides got their masks on tight. Truth's a ghost in the dead of night. Fully in this circus show, life for crowd, you've seen it all. In a world that's upside down, the beautiful dumpster fire down.
Hey guys, it's Mo for Politically Mo, and you guys are going to get some of my political thoughts. I am politically jaded, generally homeless, I guess. I believe in common sense, so that kind of gets me out of both parties if you'd like. I would love to return to kind of conservative fiscal values, and then I don't care what you do, just leave kids and puppies alone and don't tell me what to think. But that seems to be beyond any of the parties right now. Let's see here. Breaking news, the Secret Service head, Kimberly Cheatle, has resigned after, bravely standing up in Congress and saying nothing, and that she'll have to look into things. What a brave step for Lady Kind. She's a patsy. She's going to take the fall, and then we're still not going to know answers. That's my guess. That's my bingo guess on all of these shenanigans and how they're going to go through. But that's me being politically jaded, as you can say. Embattled Secret Service Chief Kimberly Cheatle has announced she will resign from her post less than 2 weeks after the agency's calamitous failure at Donald Trump's July 13th rally that led to him being wounded by an assassin's bullet. Again, the amount of, and this has been brought up by everyone from Dan Bongino to even normies like me, Midwest mom, why are we getting cat videos? New York Post, what is wrong with you? But it's been brought up. There are so many failures. Why doesn't she know anything? What is the FBI doing? Why isn't the FBI being called in? I mean, we don't know anything, and we still don't know anything about Las Vegas. So I don't have my hopes pinned high other than the actual self-protection, self-motivation of these senators who might likely want a higher position one day and are looking at this Secret Service and realizing they are not going to be as well protected as they thought. Cheatle, a 28-year veteran of the agency, faced mounting pressure to step down in recent days, but insisted all along that she would remain on the job. She announced her resignation in a letter to the agency staffers on Tuesday morning. Quote, "I have and always will put the needs of this agency first." Really, ma'am? You went into a hearing where the American people would like to hear from the head of an agency that is supposed to have this taken care of. This is not, a Walmart. This is not a Walmart slip and fall. This is not, you mess someone's order up at McDonald's. This is the fact that you have one job, and from what it looks like to the entire world is that you either purposely, messed up, or you are the most incompetent person in the entire world. And, either possibility could be true, but none of it is making sense. None of what is going on. The fact that you had a 3-hour window, when I understand there's a difference between a suspicious person and an active, boomstick guy. I get that. But look, this kid would have set off weirdo alarms to anyone. I mean, let's be honest. If you're in Walmart and you see this kid, you are not going down the chip aisle until he vacates it and or make direct eye contact. You're not doing it. So if myself, the person that has watched way too much Law and Order SVU, has these sort of instincts, you'd think someone who's trained to spot really super sus people would have an idea. These things are not being answered, and the American people want to know why. Both sides. I mean, I was repelled by the Democrats, using the instrumentality instead of staying on topic. Again, change the instrumentality. This is still an attempt on someone's life. He could have used anything that wasn't, the big scary AR, but it it bothered me that she said nothing, we have no idea what's going on, and no one's lost their job. She's resigned, but I'm sure she'll get a pension and everything else. So not only did she fail to do the job for which the taxpayers pay her for, but now the taxpayers are going to be paying for her retirement. Welcome to the government. Let's start her quote over again. I have always and will always put the needs of this agency first. In light of recent events, it is with a heavy heart that I have made the difficult decision to step down as your director, Cheatle wrote in a letter which was obtained by the Post. Interestingly enough, Cheatle's opening statement to Senate was also leaked to various media apparatchiks before she went in. And of course, she has no idea. You'd think that, maybe she would have an idea of something, but she seemed to be thoroughly without ideas the entire time. It was kind of amazing. She said she didn't want the growing calls for her to resign to be a distraction from the great work each and every one of you do towards your vital mission. Following the rally shooting, which former President's ear got nicked and two supporters were badly wounded, and unfortunately, one volunteer firefighter, Corey Comprator, lost his life, Cheatle made a series of missteps that did little to reassure lawmakers or the American public that she was fit to remain in the role. Among her baffling remarks was the admission to ABC News that the reason that Secret Service agents weren't posted on the roof from which Thomas Matthew Crooks fired on the rally was because it was too sloped. Again, this seems like something that she was searching for an answer because it was a glaring tactical disadvantage. Now, this is the reason that Mr. Mo will no longer watch movies with me, because I'm like, I will point out all the plot holes and I'll say, well, why didn't they do this? Why don't they do this? They're supposed to be military. Why don't they have this, this, and this? And he's like, could you just watch the damn movie? No, I can't. Make it make sense, writers. I cannot do this. Logical plot holes stink. Anywho, be done with that. The agency's failure to adequately secure the roof gave the 20-year-old an unobstructed line of sight to the GOP standard bearer leading the first assassination attempt against a sitting or former U.S. president since 1981. Now, the only thing that would make this absurd story even weirder is the fact that we got, John Hinckley Jr. telling us to all, come together right now and be peaceful and everything, which was not on my bingo card, to be honest with you guys. John Hinckley Jr. tweeting on X after an assassination attempt was not on my bingo card for 2024. Again, I do hope that Jodie Foster at least liked his tweet this time, okay? And at the House Oversight Committee meeting yesterday, Cheatle admitted that the agency's rally response was a failure, but still gave her agents a grade A report card for the job they did that day. Minutes before the news broke, House Speaker Mike Johnson, a Republican from California, said he would not support impeaching Cheatle, though Representative Nancy Mace, a Republican from South Carolina, had pushed for it the day before. Quote, impeachment, as we know, is reserved for treason, bribery, high crimes, and misdemeanors, he said. Maladministration and utter competence, unfortunately, are not impeachable offenses, but there are other ways to achieve the desired end. Notified of her resignation mid-briefing, he joked that Cheatle must have been watching our press conference, calling it the right thing. Look, the immediate reaction to her resignation is that it's overdue. She should have done this a week ago, he said. So there you go. She has resigned. What I will be concerned about is if she's allowed to take personal files, if she's allowed to take her phone, what will she be doing with her phone? Again, these are things that we discussed in the Karen Reed case, and I was not being technically illiterate. I was not aware of all of the things that you could manipulate in a phone or destroy. And I am not sure that we are ever going to get real answers on this, guys. I do think that self-preservation and future aspirations for these for the Congress, for senators, are going to motivate at least both sides. And I will say, for as much as yesterday was kabuki theater and, political gamesmanship and nothing got accomplished, it was very nice for, again, someone politically jaded to see for the most part that both sides of the aisle were somewhat on message. I mean, that was probably the most organized and on point committee I have seen in a long time. And to be honest, I watch these things like it's my job because I'm a weirdo. Anywho, I will probably putting out another story because, well, President Biden is missing. We have no idea where he is. Maybe he's turned into Where's Waldo? I am not sure, but there are swirls and rumors going all around, anywhere from he passed away, months ago, and there's a body double, to he's just, hiding out and gonna run the presidency from, his Rehoboth home. So I will be doing a video on that later. I hope you guys enjoy this content. It is a little bit of as change from newsy news. It is political. I will be going into places. I will be sharing my own views. You don't have to agree with me, but let's keep it civil in the comments. You are allowed to disagree with me. You are allowed to make fun of me, but no one else. No one else in the comments, because I am okay. I can take it. I'm a creator, but let's keep personal attacks out of it. I know it's politics. I know it's 2024. And I am probably shouting this into the ether, but I think we can disagree without being hateful dingleberries to each other. So that's my goal. Anyway, I will be back in a little bit with more news for the politically homeless, because Republicans, to quote Lewis Black, Republicans suck and Democrats blow. And libertarians, well, they vote for a furry. So really, we're kind of stuck where we are, aren't we, guys? Anywho, I'll see you guys back here in a little bit. I hope you've enjoyed this first Politically Mo story. I'll be doing this. I'll be trying to stream more things, just trying to diversify. And, I do deeply enjoy politics and figured this would be a safe place. No, not a safe space, but just a space where I could talk about it. And if people would rather not talk about politics, they can stay on newsy news. So anyway, like, subscribe, share, all of those jazzy jazz things. And let's get going with our day. Find that President Biden. Maybe we'll get a prize like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Who knows? It's the year of 2024, our clownliest year ever. I don't know what's going to happen, y'all. Bye, guys.